we're going to let y equal 0, so we get x squared plus 2x minus 3. And then you want to create something that looks like an x. Okay. So what's going to happen here is you're actually going to put this number on the bottom and this number on top. So we're going to do negative 3 on top with 2 on the bottom. Just going to do some highlighting for good measure here. And we'll explain why this makes sense. Just go ahead and follow with us so far. So for the top number, we want to see what two numbers, when multiplied, equals the top number. And we want to see what same two numbers also, when added together, equals the bottom number. Okay, so again, you want to see what two numbers, when multiplied, equals the top number, but at the same time, when you add them together, equals the bottom number. Okay. So you want to think about what two numbers, when multiplied, equals the number on the top, but when added together, they equal the number on the bottom. And again, you want to take notes on this. So for those that are distracted or not taking notes, you should be taking notes so that you can refer back to this. Okay, so does anyone have any numbers that come to mind here? What are some numbers that come to mind here? Connor. Negative 1 and 3. Okay, so we can try this. So negative 1 and 3, if we multiply them together, do they equal negative 3? So yes, because there's only one negative, so it becomes negative 3. If we add them together, we get negative 1 plus 3, which is the same as 3 minus 1, which equals 2, right? So then yes, it works. So what happens is that if it works where when they multiply, they equal the top number, when they add, they equal to the bottom number, we're going to create something interesting, which we have right here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the factors over here. We'll explain why this makes sense in a bit, but you just want to write it like this: x minus 1 in parentheses times x plus 3. So you want to write it like this, where 0 is equal to x. If x plus 3 is equal to 0, then that's also going to make our statement true. So what we can do is we can split this up into x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? Because if x minus 1 equals 0, then it would be any number times 0 is equal to 0, right? So if the x minus 1 itself equals 0, then this whole right-hand side will equal 0. If x plus 3 equals 0, then this statement will also be true because the whole right-hand side will also equal 0. Okay, so there are two possibilities here. So what we want to do is we want to add 1 to both sides. We want to subtract 3 from both sides. We get x equals negative 3, and we get x equals positive 1. And so that's actually your answer. That's actually your answer. The reason is, if you were to look at this on a graph, it would look like something like this. And we're just going to guesstimate here. It would just look like your graph crosses at those 2 points. So it would look like your graph crosses at x equals 1 and x equals negative 3.